Good afternoon, everybody. You are now tuning in to 88.3 FM on WXOU radio based in Auburn Hills, Michigan. And today we are here for the women's basketball game of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus the Milwaukee Panthers. We are here in the OU Credit Union Arena for this game here. I'm Joey Hayes on play-by-play alongside Gavin Smilowski on color. And Gavin, what can we see from this game today?
Thank you, Joey. I think it's going to be a very close matchup tonight. The Oakland Golden Grizzlies currently sit at 7-8 overall record, 3-4 in conference, and that is good for 7th in the Horizon League. They're going to look to try to turn that around, and one way they can start is today against the 10-9 overall Milwaukee Panthers. The Panthers are 4-4 in the conference, which is good for 6th, one place above Oakland. And for the Grizzlies, they're 5-3 at home, so they tend to play better here on the blacktop. As in Milwaukee, they kind of play their style of game either way, no matter where they are playing. So Oakland's going to try to take advantage of the blacktop. They're going to try to use that to take the position in front of Milwaukee for this game. The Grizzlies are currently 2-3 in their last three games. The last game being a massive blowout win at the blacktop against Detroit Mercy, winning 89-55. Are you serious? All right, we might be restarting.
All right, that's fine. Fun. Good afternoon, everybody. You are now tuning in to 88.3 FM on WXOU radio. Today we are here in the OU Credit Union Arena for the women's basketball game of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus the Milwaukee Panthers. I'm Joey Hayes on play-by-play alongside Gavin on color. Gavin, what can we expect from this game here?
It's going to be a close matchup between these two teams. Oakland currently sits at 7th in the Horizon League. As for Milwaukee, they are currently 6th. So this is an important game for Oakland to take. The Grizzlies are 5-3 at home, so they play very well on the blacktop. And coming off a win against Detroit, a massive blowout, 44-point victory, 89-55. The Grizzlies are going to look to take advantage of this game here. But the Panthers have been on a tear recently. 3 straight games, dropping off NKU, Robert Morris, and Youngstown State. So the Panthers are going to look to keep their streak alive today. And we will see what happens here on the blacktop.
And here we have started off tip-off here of Miriam Abizam up against Milwaukee's Kendall Need here.
Yes, Kendall Need, one of the leaders of this Milwaukee team. She leads the team in points with 16.4 points per game and has 5.3 rebounds per game.
Here, on your starting lineup right here, you have Linda Van Schaik, Alexis Johnson, Miriam Abizam. You also have Markia McCormick and Brooke Quarles-Daniels on your Oakland Golden Grizzlies starting lineup. Tip off here. And he has Linda Van Schaik over to Brooke Quarles-Daniels. Daniels with the ball, throws it over to Abizam, over to Alexis Johnson, back over to Daniels. Daniels over to McCormick. McCormick pushing down the center. Rebound, puts it up, rebound. Miriam Abizam puts it up. Taken by the Milwaukee Panthers.
Yeah, right off the bat, the Panthers just pushing away the interior defense, or interior offense, I should say, of the Grizzlies. They tend to try to go low. Milwaukee's going to slow that down today.
Panther, Jadam. Donaldson puts it over, closer into the paint, over to Anna Lutz. Anna Lutz puts it up, and that's 2 points for Milwaukee to start off this game here.
Yeah, Lutz, a 7.1 rebound per game player, leads the team for the Panthers. She likes to play low in the paint.
Daniels over to Johnson. Over to McCormick. McCormick pushing down the center of the paint. McCormick puts it up, and it goes in. First 2 points for Oakland.
Oakland instantly answering.
Donaldson throws it over. Now in the hands of number 30, Kendall Need. Kendall Need puts it up in the paint, and it's good. Another good 2 for Milwaukee.
A little shimmy there in the paint. Need getting a little bit of space with that dream shake. Pops up the easy hook for 2.
Brooke Quarles Daniels goes over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson over to Lena Van Schaik. Circling around the paint here. Lena Van Schaik pushes in. Tries to put it up. It's taken back by the Panthers.
Good look there for the Grizzlies down low, but the defense from Need throws off Van Schaik on that shot.
Kendall Need trying to push it in the paint. Throws it over to Anna Lutz. Anna Lutz pushing deep in the paint. Puts it up. And it's another good 2 for Milwaukee. Now in the hands of Daniels. Daniels moving down the right side of the court. Trying to push in here. Looking for a shot. Fakes it, throws over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson pushing in. Puts it up. And that's good for Alexis Johnson, I believe.
Alexis Johnson, easy and 1, will send her to the line. Milwaukee with a quick jump here to begin the game, but Oakland answers with a point in the paint and a chance at the free throw line to make it 5. Score 6-4 Milwaukee lead to begin this first quarter.
Alexis Johnson has handed the ball. Quiet here in the arena. She puts it up, and it's good for Alexis Johnson. 6-5, Milwaukee lead.
Johnson, one of the leaders of this team. She likes to play low as well. Got down to the block there for an easy 2. Make it 3 with the free throw.
Now in the hands of the Panthers. Number 23, Angie Sarah. Trying to push into there, and then we had number 22. That seems to be a foul called.
Now Sarah, they got her for the walk there. Ball will be going back to the Grizzlies' direction.
In the arena, you cannot do that. We have Brooke Quarles Daniels now with possession of the ball, moving towards Panther territory. Throws it over to McCormick. McCormick over to Johnson. Johnson now trying to find some leeway here. Over to Beeson. Beeson puts it up. It was blown. Didn't quite get it in there.
Beeson using her strength and size to force her way down low. Beeson and Alexis Johnson known as some of the block workers, some of the post playmakers here for the Grizzlies. Back-to-back possessions. Getting fouled down low. Free throws on the way for Beeson.
Now be up on the line. This is the first free throw for Beeson. Beeson with her second shot here. Throwing the ball. Puts the ball up. Second was off for Beeson. Now in the hands of the Panthers. 23. All the way over number 22, Angie Sarah. Angie Sarah now passes over to a fellow Panther. Now in the hands of Pepler. Loses the ball. Brooke Quarles Daniels tries to get possession of it. She got it. Now in the hands of Alexis Johnson. Brooke Quarles Daniels fell over twice there during that rebound there. Now you have McCormick. McCormick trying to push in the paint. Puts the ball up, but it gets taken back by the Panthers.
There's a good hustle
Jada
play
Donaldson.
there. Hustle play for the Grizzlies to try to keep that last possession alive.
Over to Cammie Pepler. Over to number 22, or number 4, my apology, Anna Lutz. With that quick 2 shot. 8-5, favoring Milwaukee right now. Brooke Quarles Daniels. Move down the court over to Johnson, over to Van Schaik. Now, on the border of the paint, Alexis Johnson trying to get some movement in there. Puts the ball up after rushing in there. And that's good, too, for Alexis Johnson. 8-7, favoring Milwaukee.
Johnson tacking on points 4 and 5 in this game, giving her 5 for the Grizzlies, leader of the team.
Angie Sarah over to Donaldson. Donaldson misses the shot, but it's rebounded by number 23, and she misses the shot as well. Now in the hands of Brooke Quarles Daniels, pushing deep in the paint, trying to find something here. Puts the ball up. It's off. It gets back by the Grizzlies. Looks like a little hot potato here with the ball. Ultimately in the hands of the Panthers here. Donaldson out the ball for Milwaukee. Met up with Markia McCormick. Trying to find someone to pass it to, Donaldson. Donaldson over number 30. Need. But the ball is back in Grizzly hands. Back in the hands of Daniels.
Fantastic defense there for Ibizam to get the rebound away from Need.
Daniels over to Johnson. Johnson over to McCormick. McCormick Pushes it over to Daniels. Daniels moving into the paint. Takes basically a free throw there, misses it. Now in the hands of the Panthers. You have Need now. Over to number 23. Over to 4 for the Panthers. Anna Lutz with a shot.
Lutz tacking on to her point total. She's already got 9 to begin this game. 9 of the Panthers' 11 with 4:50 left in the first period.
Brooke curls Daniels now. With the ball over to Johnson. Johnson pushing into the paint. Puts the ball up, misses it.
Johnson drawing another foul down low. The Grizzlies are attacking this Milwaukee interior defense early here. They've already drawn 3 fouls in this first period. We're going to take a quick break here from the arena. Score currently 11-7. Milwaukee lead with 4:41 to go. We will be back with you shortly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Oakland Credit Union Arena. We are back for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus Milwaukee Panthers women's basketball game. 11-7 is your score right now. Milwaukee in the lead here with 4 minutes and 41 seconds left on the clock. Milwaukee as a team has 3 fouls right now, giving the Golden Grizzlies a couple chances to get the free throws in and get some easy points there. But ultimately, Milwaukee is doing a pretty good job right now of keeping their points up. Anna Lutz with 9 out of the 11 points for Milwaukee here.
Yeah, Lutz, we mentioned at the beginning, she's one of the more impactful players on this team. She averages 9.4 points per game, and she's nearly got that 9.4 here in the first 5 minutes of this contest. Oakland's going to have to try to slow her down if they're going to want to reach back into this game. She had a couple early points down low, which is almost the exact same way Oakland played as they forced their way down low, drawing some fouls, getting some free throws, and a few easy buckets inside. But Anna Lutz also let one go from three-point, knocked down an easy one to tack on 3 to her point total. So Oakland, it's going to take a lot. Anna Lutz covering the floor currently, so they're going to have to switch some things around defensively. They're going to want to slow her down.
Out here, coming out of this media timeout. Both teams coming back onto the court. You know, we've seen a good fair bit of paint play here by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies been trying to push in there, get aggressive there in the paint, and start this off. We're gonna have Alexis Johnson for a free throw for the Golden Grizzlies.
Van Schaik will check in the game for the Grizzlies.
First shot for Alexis Johnson is off. One more shot here. She puts it up. And the second one's good for Alexis Johnson. 11-8 is your score. Milwaukee lead. Now in the hands of the Panthers. Over number 22. Over to 5. Grace Crowley over 23. Back over to 22. Andy Sarah. Over to Grace Crowley. Over to Cammie Pepler. Pepler now. Pushes it over, and that pass was basically no one. Little miscommunication here.
It's great defense there from Oakland. They force an errant pass and get a turnover. That's the second one of the game for Angie Sarah.
Brooke Quarles Daniels pushing down the court now. Over on the right side here. Being met with Cammie Pepler over to McCormick. McCormick trying to find a break here. Over to Lena Van Schaik. Lena Van Schaik trying to find something. But Lena Van Schaik falls. Over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson puts it up and it's off.
Alexis Johnson called for a travel there. A bit of a big miscommunication on that play. You saw Van Schaik hit the floor, and Alexis Johnson just kind of throws up a last-second shot, which unfortunately draws a travel on her.
Grace Crowley over to number 23, Cammie Pepler. Over to, I believe that was Jada Williams. Over to 22. Number 5, back over to 23. Cammie Pepler. Number 32, Jory Buwalda. Tried getting deep in there in the paint. It was off, though. 11-8.
Pepler off target on that layup. She's been one of the leaders of this offense, runs the point guard. but unfortunately just off on that layup. But Buwalda keeps it alive for Milwaukee to give them some shots at the free throw line.
Buwalda at the free throw line. First one's off.
Buwalda, Crowley, and Williams check in the game for the Milwaukee Panthers.
Second shot for Buwalda's on. 12-8 here. 4-point lead for Panthers. Daniels pushing down the center of the court here. Daniels pushes it over to Johnson, over to Van Schaik, over to McCormick. McCormick trying to slide around here. Johnson now pushing down center. Over to Daniels in the corner. Daniels with a shot, and it's off.
Daniels knocked down there. She'll be taking three free throw attempts at the line. Not a common three-point shooter, Brooke Daniels. She's only taken 8 attempts on the year, and she lets that one fly, and she will draw some free throws.
Ball now in the hands of Daniels. Puts the first ball up. It's off.
Brooke Daniels, a fantastic free throw shooter for this Grizzlies team. She's currently averaging a good percentage of 63%.
Second shot for Daniels is off. I think it's her third attempt here. Hopefully she makes something of this. Third shot is up. It's off.
It's an unfortunate play for the Grizzlies there. Milwaukee honestly catching a bit of a break. Fouling on a three-point attempt is not something you want to do, but Brooke Daniels is not able to convert on any of the free throws.
In the hands of the Panthers. Over to number 23. Over to Donald, or over to Need. Over to Jada Williams. Back over to number 5, Grace Crowley. Over to Need. Need with a shot. It's off. Alexis Johnson with the rebound. Johnson over to Kennedy Montu, who got subbed in. Over to Brooke Quarles. Daniels trying to put something up. It's off. She rebounds the ball miraculously. Over to Johnson. Johnson with a shot. Also off. Now in the hands of the Panthers.
Milwaukee,
23 Pepler.
Yeah, Milwaukee pressing immediately on offense here.
Over to Joy Buwalda. Joy Buwalda with a layup there. And now it'll be 14-18 for the Milwaukee Panthers. McCormick puts the ball up but falls down there. And this has not been a good start for the Grizzlies, I'm not going to lie.
Grizzlies looking for a foul there. They're not getting a whole lot. McCormick thought she got knocked over.
Now in the hands of Alexis Johnson for a little scuffle between her and Grace Crowley here. McCormick with the ball now over on the side of the paint. Over to Kennedy Montu. Kennedy Montu pushing down the center. Oh, wow. Double collision there with Kennedy Montu and seemed to be Kami Pepler and another player.
They're going to call an offensive foul on Montu. She unfortunately ran into the Panthers defender who was set, and it'll be going back the other way. Milwaukee ball. McCormick will check out of the game, and heading in for the Grizzlies is point guard Maddie Skrupski.
Panther ball over in the hands. Number 5, Grace Crowley. All the way over to Need. Need now pushing deep in the paint. Very lightly defended. Over to Buwalda with a quick layup to put it up to 16-8. Oakland Golden Grizzlies now 8 points down here. Landon Van Schaik now with the ball, trying to make something happen. Over to Skrupski. Skrupski now pushing down the left side. Back over to Daniels. It's going the other way. Daniels over to Landon Van Schaik. Landon Van Schaik trying to make something happen here. Pushes into the paint. Puts the ball up. It's good for Van Schaik.
Oakland finally breaks that scoring drought. They have been scoreless over the last 7 attempts, and they finally get something to fall.
Now, quick layup there by Buwalda.
Just immediate answer by the Panthers, not giving Oakland any breathing room at the moment. Score 18-10 with a minute to go in this period.
Brooke Quarles Daniels now with the ball. Directing traffic, trying to find someone to find here. Now, pushing down the center of the court, or center of the paint, my apologies. Over to Landon Van Schaik in the corner. Landon Van Schaik with a shot. It's off.
Van Schaik known to knock those down. One of the sharpshooters here. I would normally see you can't leave her open, but it doesn't go down that time.
Kaylee Pepler now with the ball. Only 33 seconds left in this first quarter. Now we have Kaylee Pepler still trying to move, trying to make something happen. Over to Joy Buwalda. Buwalda over to Need in the corner. Need with a shot. It's off for Need. Skrupski gets the rebound. And the hands of Daniels. Daniels puts the ball up. It's off.
Heads up play there by the Grizzlies. Gets Brooke Rawls-Daniels open in transition, but off target on the layup.
Now a little scuffle here in the corner. Brooke Rawls-Daniels a shot, puts it up, but she was too late on that shot there. And to end off this first quarter, it'll be 18-10, favoring Milwaukee. And, you know, what we've seen there in that first quarter is just Milwaukee was not letting Oakland breathe, not letting the Golden Grizzlies breathe, have any breathing room there. And very unfortunate first quarter there for the Golden Grizzlies. A lot of quick problems there, but we are going to send it over to Kaylah in the studio for break, and we'll be back in the second quarter. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oakland Golden Grizzlies basketball. We are here in the second quarter of this Golden Grizzlies versus Milwaukee Panthers game. Women's basketball. Milwaukee up 8 points, 18-10. Start off this second quarter. And Gavin, what have we seen so far?
Honestly, Joey, it was a very messy first quarter for the Grizzlies in particular. Milwaukee, they tended to kind of keep themselves under control, but it seemed like Oakland was all over the place. We had a lot of very easy missed shots, missed layups, and even just missed attempts at the free throw line. The Grizzlies are currently shooting 27% from the field, a very low percentage, and 25% from the free throw line. So not much coming for points for them. But as for Milwaukee, they're absolutely letting it fly from the court. 57% shooting overall, 50% from three, and 50% from the free throw line. But I'm sure a lot of the fans here have noticed, but it's been a lot of paint play for Milwaukee. They're going low. They're going to Anna Lutz. They're going to Nuwalda. And they're attacking the post low, where the Grizzlies have been exposed most of this game. Almost all of Milwaukee's points have come from down low.
And coming back here, getting both teams getting back on the court here to start off the second quarter. For your Oakland Golden Grizzlies, the sub-in, we have Rural Davis. And we also have, apologies, I believe that is Dupree Herbert. Yes, and to start this off, Panther ball. 23 now. Trying to find somewhere, getting blocked heavy over to Buwalda. Davis looked like she tried taking it back. Some good reaction time there by Johnson. That'll be Oakland ball.
Yeah, Madison Royal Davis read that like a book. She was able to tip the pass inside, and Alexis Johnson was able to fight for it to keep the ball for the Grizzlies.
Oakland ball, Skrupski over to Herbert. Herbert out the ball. Trying to find a break here. Puts the ball up. It's off. Now in the hands of the Panthers.
Just a sloppy shot there for Hebert. She's been known to get some points, a big spark off the bench for the Grizzlies, but just not on target there.
Kimmy Pepler over to Buwalda. Buwalda puts it up. Using her sheer size there, sheer height there to get that ball up. And that'll be 20-10 favoring Milwaukee right now. 10-point lead with Milwaukee here.
Buwalda's got 7 points in the night, all coming from down low and 1 from the free throw line.
Skrupski. Now Kenny Matu, out the ball, puts it up. On the hands of 23. Over to North 5, Grace Crowley tries to throw it. Looks like the ball was trying to get taken. Need with a shot. It's off now in the hands of Johnson over to Skrupski. Skrupski with a wide pass over to Herbert.
Going to be a blocking foul called on the Panthers defense. Skrupski gets out in transition, sends it down the court to an open Hebert where Milwaukee can do nothing but stand in the way and draw the blocking foul.
And there'll be a sub-in for Alexis Johnson for Miriam Abizum.
Score currently sits at 20-10. Milwaukee lead with 8:41 left in period number 2.
Skrupski puts up a shot. Miriam Abizum wrestling it out of the hands of the Panthers. And now it'll be jump ball.
Beeson showing her strength there. She tries to tear the ball away for an offensive rebound, and the ball will belong to the Grizzlies under the basket. A Bear taking it out.
Miriam Beeson being the freshman, the 6'2" my apologies, 6'2" junior from Rochester, New York. Davis over to Skrupski. Skrupski now with the ball. Over to Air Bear. Air Bear trying to find something to do. Over to Kennedy Montu. Montu trying to find some leeway here. Puts the ball up. It's off. Miriam Beeson tries to get the ball back. Ball's getting wrestled here.
Yeah, that's going to be a shot clock violation. That layup attempt there by Kennedy Montu did not hit the rim, so the clock does not reset. And it'll be a turnover on the Grizzlies, and the ball will belong to the Panthers.
Passing ball from Anna Lutz. Over to number 23, Kami Pepler. Over to 22. And Sarah over to Bualda. Back over to Pepler. Over to Anna Lutz. Anna Lutz over to Need. Need pushing around. Ball's off. Back in the hands of Bualda. Bualda puts the ball up. And it's 22-10.
Yeah, Beeson gets there defensively, knocks the shot away from Need, but Bualda is just there to pick it back up and toss it in for points 8 and 9 for her on the night.
Skrupski. Pass it over to Davis. Davis with the ball over to Montu. Montu over to Abizam. Abizam over to the corner with Skrupski. And Skrupski's off with that shot. Now in the hands of number 23 over to 22. Angie Sarah. Angie Sarah finds over to Need. Back over to Angie Sarah. Angie Sarah's off. Number 4. And Lutz puts the ball up, and it's out of bounds.
Lutz, the possession seemed to be back in the way of the Grizzlies. It looked like Skrupski was going to have it in transition, but it bounces off the foot of an Oakland player and ends up right in the hands of Anna Lutz. But that ball will be deflected out of bounds, and sure enough, it'll be Panthers ball under the basket.
Be passing ball from Angie Sarah over to a fellow Panther.
Checking in the game for the Panthers will be Williams and Donaldson. They will return.
Over to Bualda. Bualda over to Anna Lutz. Anna Lutz over to Sarah. Over to Lutz. Over to Bualda. Bualda gets blocked there by Davis. On the hands. Need over number 4 over to 22. 22 with a shot. It's blocked. Bualda with a shot. And that's the shot clock there.
Returning defense there. What a way to answer for the Grizzlies. They get a shot clock violation on one side, and they force another on the other end.
Good defense by the Golden Grizzlies there.
Full lineup rotation here for the Grizzlies as they bring in Quarles Davis, Alexis Johnson, McCormick, and Van Schaik. Sorry, Quarles Daniels. They'll all check back in the game. The starters returning for the Grizzlies, leaving Madison Royal on the floor.
The passing ball from Lena Van Schaik. Over to Daniels. Daniels making it around down the court. Daniels finds McCormick in the corner. Over to Van Schaik, closer to the paint here. Over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson over to McCormick. McCormick with a shot. It's off from McCormick. Now in the hands of Lutz. Over to Donaldson.
It's another missed three by the Grizzlies. 0 for 5 on the night.
Back over to Lutz. Over to Donaldson. Or my apologies. Yeah, Donaldson. That was correct the first time. There, now Donaldson has the ball back. Misses a layup there. Johnson. Over to Quarles Daniels. Quarles Daniels trying to make something happen. Quarles Daniels puts it up. It's off.
That's another missed shot by Quarles Daniels. She is not having a night so far. And that'll be an easy 2 on this end for the Panthers. Just not the way we were expecting the Grizzlies to come out in a game that was going to mean so much to them. Two teams, close in position. 6th in Milwaukee, 7th in Oakland. But Milwaukee seems to be the better team here, walking all over the Grizzlies as Kennedy Montu returns for Van Schaik. Montu had a massive 20-point performance in the last game against Detroit. She's going to look to try to give some sort of a spark here to the dying Grizzlies offense. Score currently 24-10. to Milwaukee with 5:56 left in the first half.
Going to be an off free throw. Number 23, Kaylee Pepler. Daniels moving down the court. McCormick in the corner. Over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson with the shot. It's off.
Grizzlies looking for something to go from long range and just nothing on the night.
Buwalda over to number 2, Jada Williams. Jada Williams with a layup there. It's 26-10. Milwaukee with the major points here.
That one just too easy from the Milwaukee offense. The ball ended up with Buwalda, and she just kind of shoveled past it to an open Panther for the easy bucket.
McCormick now pushing down in the paint. McCormick puts it up, but it's blocked.
Wow, Williams coming from off ball for a huge swat, sends it into the Oakland student section.
And McCormick looks like she fell hard there.
Been a very aggressive game so far. Not a lot of fouls, been a lot of clean play, but it has been very aggressive back and forth tonight.
McCormick with the ball over to Montu. Montu over to Daniels in the paint. Daniels puts it up. Good bucket there for Daniels. 26-12.
Short in stature, but she goes low, posts up, down on the left block, and is able to toss it in with an easy left hook.
22 in the corner, misses the ball. Daniels. I believe that whistle blown for foul.
That'll be a reach-in foul on Pepler. Ball will go back to the Oakland Grizzlies. And we're going to take a quick break here for the media timeout. Score currently 26-12. 14-point lead for the Milwaukee Panthers with 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2 on the blacktop. We will be back with you shortly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Oakland Credit Union Arena here. We are back for the last about 5 minutes here of the second quarter of this Milwaukee versus Oakland Golden Grizzlies game. 26-12 is your score with Milwaukee in the lead here. And it's been a very crushing first half here for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. But hopefully they can make it up here these last few 5 minutes throughout the game here. Both teams are getting back on the court here.
As Oakland just getting killed in the post so far, you can see the absence of center Kiani Westbrook is having a profound impact on their post defense.
Johnson now with the ball. Over to Davis. Over to Daniels. Daniels over to Johnson in the corner. Johnson with a shot. It's off. We got Daniels with the rebound there. Over to Davis. Over to Montu. Montu now trying to find some breathing room. Montu puts the ball up. It's off. Buwalda takes the ball. Long pass over to 5. With Need to 5, and Need just gets that easy layup there, 28-12. But I do respect the hustle of Davis to try to block that there.
It's another easy 2 down low. I feel like we've seen that too much tonight, Joey. Oakland's going to need to change something if they're going to get back in this game.
Davis over to Daniels. Daniels over to McCormick. McCormick trying to push a little deeper in the paint here. McCormick coming back. Over to Daniels. Daniels with a shot. It's off for Daniels. McCormick gets the ball back. McCormick puts it up, and it's off. Pass over to number 22, Andy Sarah. Over to number 23. And that'll be a violation foul for Johnson onto number 23, Kaylee Pepler.
And so Alexis Johnson got hit with the arm bar, pressed the attacker away from her, and can't do that. Recent rules have come up about that, especially in the NBA over the past couple decades, and that's something that players are taught, and some of the older players don't totally know how to play that rule.
Grace Crowley trying to make something happen here. Over to 22, Andy Sarah. Andy Sarah puts the ball up, and it's good for Andy Sarah.
The pump fake there just gets Ibizam jumping, and just an easy turnaround for the Panthers.
Pump fake was the downfall of that right there. Or Johnson over to Corals Daniels. Corals Daniels pushing deep in.
That's going to be another offensive foul on the Grizzlies. Just a brutal first half here. Oakland losing 30-12. 18-point deficit to begin this game with 3:10 left in this second quarter. Hebert will check back in the game along with Maddie Skrupski for the Grizzlies.
Anna Lutz coming in for Jada Williams here on the Panthers.
Rose Daniels will check out with her second personal foul of the night.
Now Panther ball. Over hand. Number 5, Crowley over to number 22, Angie Sarah. Over number 23, Kami Pepler. Pepler over to Crowley. Crowley tries putting the ball up. And that's a whistle blown.
2 free throws on the way for Crowley. One thing that we've discussed before and we see all the time coming to these this Oakland women's team is their smothering press defense that they have. But tonight, it has just been completely ineffective against the Panthers. They have split the break, and they have run through the Oakland defense.
Crowley with a free throw. Puts the ball up. It's good for her. Their shot here. Ball's up. It's good.
Crowley's got 4 on the night. Returning for the Grizzlies will be Madison Royal Davis. She will check in for Kennedy Montu.
Johnson passing ball over to Skrupski. Skrupski moving down the court here. Skrupski over to Hebert. Hebert over to Abizam. Back over to Hebert. Hebert over Skrupski in the corner. Skrupski loses the ball. Gets it back over to Johnson. Johnson with the ball. Goes over to Beeson. Beeson gets hit in the face there. Beeson puts the ball up, and it's off.
Just a broken play there by the Grizzlies. Ball bouncing everywhere, and it ends up with a block by Nualda.
Skrupski with a good rebound. Interception, if you will. Skrupski puts it up, and it's good for Skrupski.
That's going to be an offensive foul called on Skrupski. That's a third of the night on a third offensive charge of the night on the Grizzlies.
32-12 is your score. Passing ball for the Panthers.
An immediate reach and foul on Alexis Johnson. That's going to be the 16th foul of this quarter, and the Panthers will be going to the line.
Yeah, very unfortunate play here for the Golden Grizzlies. It'll be a free throw here for Angie Sarah.
Need returns for the Panthers. Score 32-12, 20-point lead for Milwaukee with 2:17 left in quarter number 2.
Angie Sarah puts the ball up. First one's off. Oh, no, it was good. My apologies.
In. Just barely stays in for her first free throw going down.
Angie Sarah with a second shot. Puts the ball up. Second one's good. 34-12. Very crushing score here right now. Oakland Golden Grizzlies have a lot to make up. Skrupski now. Over to Johnson. Johnson, quick pass over to Davis. Davis throwing around. Over to Skrupski. Skrupski over to Johnson. Johnson trying to make something happen. Johnson puts the ball up. It's good for Johnson.
Nice move to get herself open there. Nice crossover. Splits the defender. Opens up an easy lane for Alexis Johnson for 2.
Still a crushing 20-point lead here. 23. Kami Pepler.
Oakland only scored 4 points so far in this quarter.
Davis gets the ball back. Skrupski pushing down the court. Skrupski now. To make something happen. Skrupski pushing over to the right-hand side, over to Beeson. Beeson pass over to Davis. Davis over to Skrupski. Skrupski over to Johnson. Johnson with a shot. It's off. Beeson with the rebound. Over to Hebert, over to Johnson. Johnson with another attempted shot. That one's off. Now in the hands of Need for the Panthers. Over number 23, Pepler.
Another good play there from the Grizzlies. Just another missed jump shot.
Kami Pepler trying to direct traffic here for the Panthers. Over to Lutz. Lutz back over to Pepler. Over to Need in the corner, and Need with a shot.
Need knocks down points 3 and 4, giving a 22-point lead to the Milwaukee Panthers with 40 seconds on the clock.
Skrupski over the right-hand side of the paint. Over to Beeson. Beeson looking to make something happen, puts it up, and it's good for Abizam. Setting the score back over to 20-point lead for Milwaukee here. Kami Pepler trying to call out a couple plays here, but met with Skorupski. Skorupski's on her. Pass over to Need. Need over to Lutz. Lutz passes, but he gets blocked by Davis. Now in the hands of Skorupski. Skorupski trying to make something happen. Skorupski puts the ball up. It's good for Skorupski.
Nice way to end the quarter by the Grizzlies. Score 36-18 as we go to take halftime. Quick interview coming up with assistant coach for the Grizzlies, Coach Davis.
Definitely want to stay tuned for that one, folks. A lot of good play here in the game. And we're going to pass over to Gavin.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Coach. It's been a rough first half, and I want to address the scoring we've seen so far from Anna Lutz. How do you guys plan on slowing her down in half number 2?
We got to get her out of the paint. She's just burying us. We got to battle early with her, and we're not. We're just letting her go wherever she wants to go.
And shooting percentage just a little off tonight, a little slow start. How do you guys plan on trying to turn that around?
We got to get to the paint, finish off a 2, finish strong, quit expecting a foul. Just go up, power it up, and we'll be fine.
And I got one more for you. It's been pretty clear, I think, to everyone here with the fans tonight and even in players, it's been a very aggressive game so far. How do you guys plan on taking advantage of that?
Yeah, just picking it up on the offensive end is a big thing. And then also on the defensive end, we got to get stops. We can't just allow them to do whatever they want to do.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck in half number 2.
Welcome back, everybody, from that halftime interview with Coach Davis. And we're going to, and actually after that that second half, getting back some points, Oakland getting some well-deserved points there, 36-18, leading off here. They had a couple droughts there in those first 2 quarters, and I think we could really go back from that. But we're going to send it back to Kaylah in the studio. We will come back in the third quarter of this Oakland Golden Grizzlies game against the Milwaukee Panthers. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of this women's basketball game of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus the Milwaukee Panthers. And in that first half, we had 36 points, where Milwaukee had 36 points for their team, and Oakland only had 18 to end off that first half there. And starting this third quarter, we can only hope that the Oakland Golden Grizzlies have fixed what their problems were going on in those first 2 quarters, and hopefully keep on pushing here.
Yeah, Oakland 18 points in the first half for a team that averages 75 per game. It's pretty clear for most people. You don't need to be a mathematician to figure out that that's a lot less than they'd average in a half. We saw at halftime, talking to Coach Davis, that they're going to try to go low early, try to get some points on the board, and get the rhythm going. We'll see how they turn that around here in this half.
Now the Panther ball. Need passing in for the Panthers. Order number 22, Angie Sarah. Angie Sarah passing it over Donaldson. Donaldson back over to number 22. Now number 22 with a shot, and it's in. Bounced around there, but ultimately got in for Milwaukee. 38-18. Back on this 20-point lead.
Sarah tacking on some more for the Panthers. That's her 5th and 6th point of the night.
Oh, very McCormick there with that layup. Missed it there, but now Donaldson applying pressure over to Need in the corner. Need misses the shot. Lena Van Schaik with the ball.
Just an off-target layup on the one end from McCormick. Just kind of really scrambled, didn't really set herself in the layup. I think we saw a lot of that in the first half, and that's one of the reasons that the Grizzlies only have 18 points in this game and are only shooting 22% from the field. Very low percentage. As for Milwaukee, they're shooting 50% from the field. And that's what's attributed to this, or that's what's created this 20-point lead at the moment for the Panthers.
Daniels passes the ball over number 3, Or, my apologies. Over to Lynn Van Schaik. Lynn Van Schaik with a shot. It's off. Over to McCormick. Back over to Lynn Van Schaik. Lynn Van Schaik with a second shot. And it's also off.
The three-point drought continues for Oakland as they have not hit any three-pointers this game. 0 for 9 on the night.
Angie Sarah over to Lutz there. Quarles Daniels now with the ball. Moving into Panthers territory. Daniels over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik trying to make something happen. Van Schaik will put the ball up. Ball's off, but in the hands of Miriam Abizum. Now it'll be jump ball.
Oakland Grizzlies retain possession. Last possession for the Panthers, just another bucket from Anna Lutz. She's got 13 on the night. That was something that we also discussed with assistant coach Davis. They're going to have to slow her down if they're going to drag themselves back into this game. She's a 9 points per game scorer, but she's got 13 on the night, and she's not looking to slow down.
Quarles Daniels puts the ball up, and that's good for Oakland. Whistle blown. I don't think that score's going to stick, or did it?
Give the and one to Brooke Quarles Daniels. She has had 2 points on the night. That layup there makes it 4, and she's going to have a chance at the line for 5.
Daniels with a shot's good for that and one there.
It rattles in 40-21 now the lead for the Panthers. 19-point margin with 8:10 left in quarter number 3. Checking into the game for the Panthers will be Crowley as she returns.
Lutz moving down the side of the court. Right-hand side, trying to find someone to pass to, it looks like. Over to Angie Sarah. Sarah. Over to Lutz. Lutz with a shot. And that's sunken for Lutz.
Lutz, mid-range jumper. She's just left wide open. Can't do that when defending someone who has 15 on the night.
McCormick over to Johnson. Johnson with a shot. It's good for Johnson. Now it'll be a 3 for her.
Alexis answers with the first 3 of the night for the Grizzlies. 1 for 10 on the day.
Lutz. Pass it to. Gets blocked. Miriam Abizum with the ball. Lost the ball there. I believe that'll be Oakland ball.
It's going to roll out of bounds, but the ball is still staying with the Grizzlies. Just another bit of a lackluster play. Oakland trying to push the offense when there's really no need to. McCormick will take it out underneath the basket.
McCormick going to pass it over. Pass over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik. Trying to put it up. Rolls off the side of it.
Van Schaik just unfortunate on these last few attempts. All night she's had shots that have just barely missed the target.
Sarah over to Pepler. Now it's Oakland in the hands of Oakland right now.
2 points go down for Lutz. That was a quick possession there.
Brooke Quarles Daniels now with the ball. Over to McCormick. Right outside the paint here. Over to Abizum. Pass it over to Daniels. Daniels with a layup. It's good for Daniels.
Daniels starting to get active now for this Oakland team. She's someone who didn't have much in the first half, but she is one of the leaders offensively for this team. She's got 7 on the night.
Maybe we can see a big comeback here by Oakland. 23 puts the ball up. It's good.
They're going to have to slow down that inside pressure. Pepler with 2 there. Yes, they're going to have to slow that down if they want to come back tonight.
Back to a 20-point lead. For Quarles Daniels. Now at the ball. For someone to pass it to. Pass it over to McCormick. McCormick over to Johnson. Over to Quarles. Over to Quarles Daniels. Daniels puts the ball up. That's another good shot for Quarles Daniels. 46-28. Milwaukee lead here.
Quarles Daniels dropping her defender with that spin move. She's got 9 now, and she's starting to creep up in the scoring books for the Grizzlies, trying to peek through and bring Oakland back into this game.
Kaylee Pepler moving around here. Gets stolen by Van Schaik. Van Schaik moving down. Van Schaik puts the ball up. It's good for Van Schaik.
Oakland dragging it in. Down by 16 now. Score 46-30.
Closing that gap here. That'll be a timeout called for Milwaukee. Seeing that the Oakland Golden Grizzlies have been starting to fire up here, you can only imagine that they want to suppress that as soon as possible.
Yes, we're going to stay with you during this timeout as Milwaukee calls their players to the bench. score 46-30, as you said, Joey, and it's looking like there's a little life in this Oakland offense. They have been very sloppy throughout this game, but they're starting to string some plays together, and they're starting to play well defensively. Those last few possessions, Milwaukee is starting to look a little uncomfortable on the offense. It's kind of been all Milwaukee today. You know, they're shooting 56% from the field, which is unbelievable, and it doesn't help that Oakland's shooting 28%. It's just a rough game so far for them, but they're starting to make the Panthers uncomfortable. And Oakland, with the help of Brooke Quarles-Daniels, of course, she has 9 now on the game, 7 in this quarter alone. They're going to start to try to reach back into this game.
Alexis Johnson still being your lead scorer here with 11. And Lutz here with 17.
Yeah, Lutz, as we said, averages 9 points per game. 9 points per game, averages 7.1 rebounds per game. And she's really carrying this offense right now. She's got 7 boards on the night, along with 17 points. So she is currently leading in both of her averages. She's been the real spark in this offense, and Oakland's going to have to go to her if they're going to want to slow her down.
As we've been seeing here, you know, as you were saying, just low shooting percentage in that first half there has been killing Oakland here, and now they have a lot of room they have to make up, a lot of space they got to hold up here, and 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in this third quarter. They got to make something happen, and they got to make it happen soon. Although there is a fourth quarter, you don't really want to grind it down all the way to that last moment there. It's like procrastination when you're doing homework, pretty much.
Okay, I see Oakland 40 points per game, 40% from the field team. So they're not even close to their percentage right now, shooting 28. But I think, Joey, one of the big things that they're going to need if they're going to want to creep back in this game is they're going to have to start knocking down some three-pointers. That, or they're going to have to stop shooting three-pointers, because they're currently 10% from the field from 3, 1 for 10 on the night. That lone 3 coming from Alexis Johnson to begin this half. They're going to have to start knocking some down, and if the shots don't come and the shots don't start falling from 3, they're going to have to start resorting to just going inside. Have Panthers ball out underneath the basket for Milwaukee.
Starting off play here, Jada Williams passing it for the Panthers over to Need. Need pushing down the court here. Over to 23, Pepler.
Oakland implementing a bit of a high press here, trying to get the ball off the inbound.
Pepler now getting just blocked, and definitely there.
McCormick will draw the jump ball, but the last one, as we just had recently, going to Oakland, will send this one to the Panthers.
Buwalda with passing ball, passes it over, and it's intercepted by Johnson. Quarles-Daniels over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik trying to make something happen. Johnson now back over to Daniels. Daniels is trying to find someone over to McCormick. Finds in McCormick. McCormick with a shot, puts it up. Abizam gets the rebound off that. Falls down.
Abizam will draw the foul. A bit of a wild shot there by McCormick. But when you're going to the lane and you see someone like Abizam underneath the basket, you're all right with taking that shot sometimes. We're going to take a quick break here from the Blacktop for this media timeout. Thank you, as always, for tuning into 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for Oakland Grizzlies sports, and we will be back with you shortly.
Everybody, welcome back to the Oakland Credit Union Arena, and we are back for the last 4 minutes and 54 seconds of this third quarter. Milwaukee with 46 points to Oakland's 30 right now, 16-point lead. And the Oakland Golden Grizzlies have a lot of room to make up if they want to win this.
Yeah, Oakland coming out hot out of the locker room. As we had said, they scored 18 points at halftime, which is a very low amount for them as a team. But in these last 5 minutes, they've already scored 12. They've brought their score up to 30. So that first half, it's clear that the Grizzlies put it behind them. At halftime, they were like, look, these are the adjustments we're going to make. This is how we're going to change things. And so far, they got a bit of a spark in their offense, and they're looking to claw back into this game.
Players getting back on the court here. Start off coming out of this media timeout. The passing ball for Daniels.
Oakland will be taking the ball out underneath their own basket on their offensive end as the Panthers retreat back to the court.
Now we have Daniels passing in here. Daniels looking to pass it over to blocked, but it just comes off the hands of number 23, Kaylah Pepler.
And Pepler deflecting the inbounds pass, just trying to get McCormick was looking to get open there. Ball remains with the Grizzlies.
We have Lena Van Schaik passing into Daniels. Daniels throws it over to Johnson. Back over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik over to Daniels. Daniels pushing in the paint. Loses the ball there.
That one comes off the hands of Pepler again. It'll belong to the Grizzlies out underneath. McCormick with the inbound.
Daniels passing it over to McCormick. McCormick with a shot, and it's off. Abizam puts it up, and it's good.
Sheer strength from Abizam there. She rips down the offensive board and shoves back her defender for an easy open 2.
46-32 now. Donaldson with the ball for the Panthers. Pushing far down. Donaldson trying to find who to throw it to. Over to Need. Need with a shot. It's off for Need. Jada Williams gets it back.
Yeah,
and gets 2.
Just a good defensive possession. They give Need a bad shot, but just no one following the rebound. So it's an easy offensive rebound for Williams and an easy 2 points. She's got 4 on the night.
48-32. McCormick over to Lena Van Schaik. Lena Van Schaik back over to McCormick. McCormick with a layup. And that's good for McCormick.
Good play. She puts her head down and just drives to the rim to get 2.
Donaldson moving down the center of the court now. Pass over to Jada Williamson. Over Kaylah Pepler. Kaylah Pepler trying to make something happen here. Donaldson. Donaldson, the Need. Need in the paint. Tries to put it up. It's taken by McCormick. Good turnover there.
Big block by Abizam.
Over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik with a shot. It's off.
That's the most open she's been all night. Usually those are pretty much automatic for Van Schaik.
23 over to Donaldson. Donaldson misses it there. And Van Schaik gets the ball back. Corals Daniels pushes down the court over to Johnson. Johnson pass over to McCormick. Good turnovers here for the Golden Grizzlies.
Hustle defense right now, bringing this game to a 14-point deficit. Score 48-34 with 2:45 left to go.
Over to Abizam, over to Johnson. Johnson back over to Abizam. Abizam puts it up, and that's good for Abizam.
Miriam Abizam is coming to life here. She's got 6 points now in this game and 9 rebounds.
48-36, Milwaukee lead right now. Jada Williamson with a shot, and it's off. Oh, wow. McCormick seemed to hit her head pretty hard there. Coming down.
McCormick goes down on this possession. Big block there by Abizam. We're going to take a quick break here on WXOU, and we will be back with you shortly.
Everybody, welcome back. We're here for the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this third quarter here. It'll be passing ball from Angie Sarah. Look over to Donaldson. Donaldson now with the ball. Little wrestling here.
It's going to be, I believe, a jump ball called. Ball going to the Grizzlies. We took a quick break there as McCormick went down for an injury, but she's able to get up, and she seemed to be doing fine.
Daniels now a possession of the ball. Coming down the court here. Over to Skrupski. Over to Miriam Abizam. Back over to Skrupski. Skrupski puts the ball up, and it's good for Skrupski. Good shot there.
Oakland going to be going to the line again for another and one. Sorry, not an and one, but it'll be ball out of bounds. It looks like they're not going to count the bucket. They're going to call a turnover on Skrupski as she walked.
Sarah
draws the foul on Skrupski in the backcourt.
Passing ball from Sarah. Sarah over to Donaldson. Donaldson now trying to get past Daniels. Over to Lutz. Lutz. Pass it over to, but it's taken over by Daniels. Daniels running down the court here. Daniels over to Skrupski in the corner. Skrupski with a shot. It's off. Van Schaik gets it back. Skrupski with another shot, and it's off again.
Oakland looking to try to bring this game to single digits as they're only down by 12.
Donaldson now at the ball. Over in the hands of Buwalda. The ball gets ripped away by Miriam.
Hey, Beeson just takes it away from Buwalda. Just a strong, sheer strength.
Good aggression by Miriam there. Skrupski now at the ball here. Skrupski over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik with a shot, and it rings out.
It's going to be an offensive foul called again. This one on Miriam Ibizum. It's going to be Miriam's first personal foul of the game.
Grace Crowley for passing ball over to a fellow Panther of her choice.
Ibizum picking up her fourth steal on the game as well on that last position. 6 points, 9 boards, and 4 steals.
Back over to Crowley. Crowley moving down the court here. Crowley over to Pepler. Pepler looking to find somewhere to pass it to. Pepler moving around here. Over to Crowley. It gets taken by Alexis Johnson over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik over to Daniels.
Oakland with another takeaway here with 30 seconds to go.
Daniels with the ball over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik trying to make something happen over to Johnson. Johnson puts the ball up. It's off for Johnson. Good, a lot of good turnovers we've been seeing for the Golden Grizzlies here. Donaldson out the ball over to Pepler. Pepler now with the ball. 11 seconds left in this quarter here. Looks like they're going to try to run out the clock here as much as they can to make something happen. The ball's thrown up in the air. It hit the backboard. No dice, and that will be it to end off this third quarter. And we're going to send it over to Kaylah in the studio. We'll come back in the fourth and final quarter of this very competitive game we've been seeing here. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the fourth and final quarter of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus the Milwaukee Panthers women's basketball game. And score is now 48-36, favoring Milwaukee now. Both teams are getting back on the court here, getting ready to start play. Yep. And we've been seeing kind of a comeback. I don't want to say I don't want to jinx it right now, but been seeing some coming from the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, some life. As I'll call it right now.
I agree, Joey. Just coming out a little stronger in this half, and they're trying to drag their way back in. We'll see what they can do in this final quarter.
Lutz with a shot, and it's sunk for her team.
That's not the way you want to open up this final
not
quarter.
At all.
Lutz knocking down her 20th points of the night.
Daniels now with the ball. Daniels pass it over to Royal Davis. Over to Skrupski. Skrupski trying to find something here. It's taken back by Daniels. Davis with a shot. Rings out. And now Panthers have the ball.
Oakland looking for something to go. 1 for 14, shooting 7% on the night from 3.
Pepler now with the ball here. Pepler trying to find somewhere to put the ball. Pepler over. My apologies. Over to. We had.
Need finds that one.
Need
knocks down a 3 from the other side. 2 threes to open this quarter for Milwaukee, and they're looking to stretch this back out to a 20-point lead.
Daniels with the ball for Oakland. Trying to direct traffic here. Put it in the side of the paint. Puts a little in. Johnson. It looked a little high on there on that pass, but ultimately found it. Davis with the ball. Trying to find some here. Puts the ball up. It's off. Skrupski now gets the ball back. If Daniels tried putting the ball up, but Panthers touched that ball, and it'll be Oakland ball now.
It'll be off the hands of Lutz. Oakland getting the ball underneath. Ibizum keeping the ball alive there on that possession. The tip out to Skrupski, keeps the ball with Oakland.
It'll be passing ball.
Never mind, as the ball's taken away by the Panthers.
Over to Need. Over to Sarah. Sarah. Oh, the ball gets taken. Oh, gets taken back by the Panthers there.
Ibizum with the rebound, but quick swipe there by Angie Sarah to keep the ball for Milwaukee.
Pepler passes the ball over to Donaldson. Donaldson passes the ball over to Walda. She loses the ball over to the corner. Over to number 23, Pepler. Pepler try to find Walda again. And that'll be Donaldson with a shot.
Wow, a broken play. Just a broken play there, Joey. I don't really know what else to say. But the ball still ends up with a nice, easy jump shot for the Panthers.
56-36 right now. Coming back to this 20-point lead here. Johnson with the ball now. Johnson with a shot. It's good for Johnson. 56-38 is your score right now. Milwaukee in the lead still. But this time by 18 points instead.
Johnson will open up the scoring for the Grizzlies in quarter number 4. He's got 13 on the night.
Pepler. Pepler trying to find. Oh, finds it in Lutz. Lutz now over to 22, Angie Sarah. Sarah. It's ball up in the hands of Bualda. And a little wrestling there for the ball. That'd be jump ball. And that'll be Oakland jump ball.
The Grizzlies will keep possession after that jump ball, and they're going to need to do some scoring soon because Milwaukee is looking to break away again.
Johnson pass it over to Daniels. Daniels now over to number 24. Daniels now. Daniels puts the ball up. It's off. Miriam Beeson with the rebound there.
We jump ball again, and it's going to go the Panthers' direction. Ibizum having a fantastic night, though, as she brings in her 10th rebound of the night. 11th rebound of the night, 9 of which have been on the offensive end. But she's only been able to put 6 points up because of it, and the Grizzlies have not been able to capitalize on those offensive boards.
Downton over 22. Angie Sarah trying to push down the court here. Finds it in Pepler.
Pepler has been the offensive maestro so far for the Panthers tonight.
Pepler over to Bualda, but Bualda loses it. Passes it over to Pepler, back over to Sarah. Sarah with a shot, and it's off. Back in the hands of the Panthers. And ball will be put back in for another 20-point lead. And right now it's looking kind of grim for the Golden Grizzlies here. But other than that, over to Daniels, over to Johnson. Johnson puts the ball up. Back over to Beeson. Beeson tried putting the ball up, but didn't quite get it there.
Yeah, another offensive board by Beeson, but just nothing comes out of the play once again.
Donaldson over to Need. Over to Lutz. Back over to Sarah. Sarah with a shot, and that's a good 3 for
What a possession to get Sarah open there. I mean, just moving the ball around, looking kind of like the old school Barcelona soccer teams. Touch passes, gets a wide open jump shot from 3.
Skrupski with a shot, and that's a good 3 for Skrupski.
The Oakland answers with their second three-pointer of the night.
Back over to a 20-point lead here. Right now, we have Pepler trying to make a move here. Pepler puts the ball up, and it's good for Pepler.
Just drops her shoulder and runs through Maddie Skrupski. The Grizzlies just currently seem to have no fight left in them as this game is closing to an end with 5 minutes to go. Score a 22-point lead for Milwaukee, 63-41.
Brooke Quarles-Daniels throws it over to Johnson, over to Skrupski. Skrupski with a shot. Good three for Skrupski.
Skrupski answers again, knocking down another three. I say Oakland might be out of this game, but Skrupski's giving them life.
My apologies, that was not a three, it was a two. And I see your foot over the line there, but nonetheless. Kimmy Pepler now with the ball. Over to Need in the corner. Need with a shot, and it's in for Need.
Need just hitting. She's been taking shots from there all night. She's got 9 points in the game, and I feel like pretty much all of them have come from right there along the baseline.
Brooke Quarles-Daniels trying to make a move here. In the paint with a shot, and it's off.
Ball off the hands of Sarah, and it'll be Oakland basketball underneath. Checking in for Milwaukee is going to be number 32, Buwalda. And actually, we're going to go to a quick media timeout here at the arena, and we will be back with you shortly. Score currently 65-43, a massive lead right now for the Panthers. We're going to see if Oakland can come back when we come back.
Everybody, welcome back. We are back after that media timeout there. And score is 65-43, 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in this fourth and final quarter. In the third quarter, we've seen a lot of comeback stuff. But right now it seems to kind of die down a little bit. If the Grizzlies want some, they're going to have to fight really hard for it.
Yeah, it's looking bleak. Joey, we were discussing in break that we thought we saw something, brewing in that third quarter. They had brought the game all the way to 10, but Milwaukee has just blown one back in their face, and they are back up by 22 here with 4 minutes to go in quarter number 4.
And it'll be passing ball for Skrupski over to a fellow Golden Grizzly here. Just seeing all this, it's like you said, looking very bleak for the Golden Grizzlies here, but as we get back into play, Skrupski passing it over. Skrupski now with the ball. Skrupski trying to find something here. Almost looks like he took a knee there. Daniels pushing around back. It's off.
The Oakland guards working down there to try to get something to go, but it's just off target. It's a foul on Daniels. It's going to be the first foul of this fourth quarter. It's been a very clean back-and-forth matchup in this final quarter on the blacktop.
And Jada Williams with the passing ball over to a fellow Panther. Jada Williams passes it over to Pepler. Pepler now making her way down the court. Pepler passes it over to Buwalda. Buwalda over to Donaldson. Back over to Buwalda, over to 23, over to Lutz, and Lutz with a layup.
Lutz, she's got 24 on the night now. Beautiful entry pass on the way from Pepler as she picks up her 14th assist of the night.
Daniels over to Johnson. Over to Skrupski. Skrupski over to Daniels. Daniels over to Davis. Over to Johnson, over to Skrupski. Trying to break this defense here. Davis. Over to Daniels. Davis puts the ball up. It's good for Davis.
Good bucket for Quarles-Daniels to get into double digits in the scoring column. She's got 11.
We have Lutz now over to Pepler.
Pepler has been in charge of this offense, and it has shown in the stat book. She's got 6 points, 6 rebounds, and a massive 14 assists.
Pepler now. They make her way over to Buwalda, over to Lutz. Over to Donaldson. Donaldson with a shot. It's off. Back in the hands of Donaldson.
A good rebound there by Donaldson, and Beeson fouls her on the way through. It's going to be Milwaukee basketball. A little bit of a confusion here between the two refs. Checking back in the game. Sorry, not checking back in the game, but checking in for the first time for the Panthers.
Lior Halevi. And you're saying passing ball for the Panthers here. Pepler passes it over to Buwaldi. Buwaldi back over to Pepler. Pepler with a shot. It's off. Can't believe that wasn't out of bounds there. Alexis Johnson.
Hustles for that board, but turns it over right away to Alexis Johnson.
Over to Skrupski. Over to Alexis Johnson. Alexis Johnson now. Over to Miriam. Miriam puts it up. It's off. Looks like it got rebounded, but
Beeson shot just off target, but a big rebound as Brooke Daniels goes up for it. And the ball, after the jump ball, will remain with Oakland.
Going to be Oakland possession ball. Couple sub-ins here. For the first time, Vanessa Urwitz, number 24. My apologies. Jada Donaldson was already in here. Number 14 is also there. Nonetheless, Miriam Beeson now with the ball. Trying to find to do something, but couldn't find anything there.
And Beeson will draw the foul, and she goes to the line for 2 free throws. With 2 minutes left in this game, the bench kind of emptied here by the Panthers as they check in Uric, Halevi, Eubanks, and Hernandez.
Free throw for Miriam. First ball is off.
Checking in for Oakland will be, it's going to be held back. Checking in for Oakland eventually will be Damon and Hebert.
Miriam, second shot. Second shot's off. Now in the hands of number 10, Lior Haveli.
Oakland just missing another free throw. They're going to be 3 for 11 on the night here. It's 27%.
Donaldson lost the ball. Now in the hands of number, I believe that would be 25, Justina Hernandez. And now in the hands of Miriam Abizam over to Corals Daniels. Daniels to make something happen here. Daniels puts it up. And now put it back to the 20-point lead here.
That one barely bumps
1 minute and 28 seconds left in this game here. Now in the
20-point
hands
lead.
Panthers here. Over number 21 Hernandez over to Levy. Levy passes it over. Number 25 Justina Hernandez. Back over to 24. My apologies. That was
Eubanks.
Eubanks. Thank you.
Foul on the way by Alexis Johnson. Will send the Panthers. Will not send the Panthers to the line, but will give the Panthers the ball in front of their bench. Oakland will check in Hebert and Van Schaik along with Damon.
Ball's passed over for 24. Jada Donaldson. Jada Donaldson now over to Vanessa Urwitz. Urwitz tries to put the ball up there. Lena Van Schaik puts the ball up, and it's good for Van Schaik.
What a block there from Damon on one end, and the 2 points on the way for Van Schaik.
Ball went over there into the stands a little bit. Passing ball for Donaldson. Donaldson now moving down. Donaldson looking to take her time here. Running out the clock. On the hands of number 21. 21's off. Bearing out the ball. Trying to make something quick as we rear the last few of this game. Lena Van Schaik with the ball. Lena Van Schaik puts it up. Good layup for Van Schaik.
Lead the score to 67-51 as this game will come to an end. 15 seconds left on the clock.
Bear now over to Van Schaik. Over to Nevaeh Damon. Nevaeh Damon, this is the shot. And that'll be the end of Milwaukee versus Oakland Golden Grizzlies. 67-51 Milwaukee game there. Rough game there for Oakland, especially in the start. Nonetheless, seen some fight coming out of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies a little later in the game. But ultimately, Milwaukee took that one. Now the end of this game. The end of the story here as we say goodnight to everyone listening. Thank you for listening to 88.3 FM on WXOU Radio based in Armand Hills, Michigan. I've been Joey Hayes on play-by-play alongside Gavin Smilowski on color. And have a good night.